Alright, so probably haven't seen this movie in like 15 years. So it's called Santa vs. Snowman in 3D, okay? So it's a war movie, if you will. Just think of, Saving Private Ryan, Band of Brothers, Full Metal Jacket. It's up on that tier of movie, okay? And I'm pretty sure my dad found this movie in a dumpster behind a Hobby Lobby. And then he just, on Christmas, he was just like, hey, hey kids, I got this brand new Christmas movie for you. And I was just like, oh great, I can't wait to watch it. Oh, awesome. And then I watched it, and it gave me nightmares for 6 weeks. So now we gotta suffer through it all together. So basically, the movie starts out, he's got a panning shot. It's going through these PS1 looking ass Christmas trees with smooth ass textures that looks like something from Gmod. You're going through there as a mouse is fucking around, and then he just leaves a Santa, and he's just like, oh hey, I'm Santa Claus. This is welcome to my workshop. Oh, you naughty and nice? Oh, actually turns out you're naughty, but I'm just fucking around. I'm just fucking with you. So Santa's kind of being an asshole. He's making you as a little kid. If you're a little kid watching that, he's like gaslighting you into thinking that you're naughty, but you're not naughty. You're just a little kid, but you don't know that. Santa's pointing right at you, saying you're naughty. You're getting a lump of coal, and so it's already a traumatic experience right at the beginning because you're getting lied to by Santa Claus himself. So then he's just like, oh hey, by the way, here's the story about a snowman. They didn't have a budget to give him a name, so we're just gonna call him Herb. Why not? Fuck it. And so this snowman, his entire thing is that he plays a fucking icicle flute, and every night he's just sitting on his igloo, he's just playing to the stars, and he's obsessed with Santa Claus. So this little snowman sitting right here, he's just playing his flute, and he's blown the fuck away, and his flute breaks, and it's just like, what the fuck, dude? What in the fuck? That's what the snowman says. I didn't write that, they wrote that. So he goes on a long journey. So he goes to investigate. He sees, hey, who broke my fucking flute? So he goes all the way to the North Pole, and he's just like, wow. He's like, this is Halloween. That's what he starts singing. And he's just like, oh wow. And then he sees these fucking horrifying, eldritch, monstrous elves. They're just slaving away in this workshop, making toys. And they're fucking horrifying.
Hey everybody, it's Santa!
So anyways, while all these elves are simping for Santa Claus and trying to get Santa Claus's this snowman here, he's like, oh fuck, hey man, this is a new flute. Oh, this is an awesome new flute. So he's like, it's like Metal Gear Solid. Dun 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 dun. So he steals the new flute and he escapes. And so Santa's like, oh fuck, I'm not taking shit from those snowman. So he sends the North Pole Special Forces out to get his ass. And they ride on snowmobiles because they're gonna, once they catch him, they're gonna execute him and put video footage of it on LiveLeak. That's their plan. So they're chasing him. He's running around, just like, oh, the snowman, get away, get out of there, snowman. You gotta get out of there, dude. Oh no, leave the flute, dude. Get the fuck out of there, man. They're gonna kill you. And then he kills himself. It actually turns out he didn't kill himself. He's just hanging on the icicle. He's just trying to hide from the elves who are gonna execute him. So he goes home. He's like, fuck. And he doesn't have his flute anymore. So, since he doesn't have his flute anymore, he's over, and he's just fantasizing about what he could be, and he's just like, oh man, if only I could be Santa Claus, and I would be loved by everybody, and I could give all the toys to the kids of the world and be loved, and not an incel living in an igloo in the middle of the Antarctic. So he was just like, oh man, you know what? If I can't be Santa, I might as well kill Santa. And then he goes on a little spy. He does a Mission Impossible spy shit, and he's taking photographs of the inside of the toy shop. So basically, the reason why they couldn't afford Benner Animation is because they spent all their money on hiring Ben Stein to do voice work for like 10 seconds.
We ask that you refrain from using any cameras or recording devices while on the tour.
Ben Stein's giving the tour, and he's just like, oh, this is where the elves toil away and die of slavery. And then, and he's still doing spy work, and then you have these two fucking guys talking about their marital problems. Like, get the fuck out of here. I just want to listen to a Christmas story, motherfucker. And then the snowman is like, oh man, look at that. I'm taking pictures. I'm gonna learn all of Santa's secrets, and then I'm gonna be the toy giver. And it's like, oh no, the penguin's a snitch. So the penguin snitches on him, and then the snowman gets kicked out because he's a white man in a Santa world, you know what I mean? So then he just decides, so after the snowman's plan to become Santa Claus fails, he just decides, fuck it, I'll just declare war on him, and I'll just fucking kill everybody. So anyways, he throws ice cubes in the ground, and he raises an army. He raises a massive army. The great Santa North Pole War has started. And then all of a sudden, Santa's weighing himself being a fat fuck, and then all of a sudden, oh shit, Santa, we're under attack, dude. We're all getting fucked up, dude. And then you get like a Cloverfield POV of him on the battlefield, and then he's killed on camera. So anyway, so the North Pole's alerted. They declare war. They're not gonna take this shit from no fucking snowman. So they go to the trenches. They get the weapons ready. The snowmen bring ATST. Shit's about to get really real for Santa Claus. And Santa's like, the snowman's terms are basically very simple. Say, hey, Santa, you give me a fucking Christmas, and I won't kill you and your entire family. How's that sound to you? So anyways, the entire war scene, it's just like 15 solid minutes of just, war crimes. Just a lot of war crimes going on. There's not much else. Just a lot of war crimes, a lot of killing, a lot of hypothermia, a lot of death. And then all of a sudden, it just turns into a mecha versus kaiju battle where the Santa's piloting a giant nutcracker, and he's just beating the shit out of this gigantic snowman. And Santa wins, of course, because Santa's a Giga Chad. And all of a sudden, snowman, it's over, and the snowman surrenders, and but plot twist, turns out there's a lot of snowmen.
Fuck!
After the battle's won, Santa basically, Santa gets in prison for life, and the snowman's like, now I can be you. I'm gonna deliver the presents to everybody. But it turns out, if you're a snowman, you can't be Santa Claus, you big fucking idiot, because you have to climb down the chimney, and there's fire in the chimney. And then you melt and die. Because you're a snowman, you can't be Santa Claus. So he goes into the house, and he's like, I'm gonna give toys to all the boys and girls. And all the toys are made of ice, because he's a snowman, get it? And then it just breaks. And it turns out, wow, man, a snowman can't be Santa Claus. Man, wouldn't you figure that? And Santa's like, man, what a fucking dumbass. What a fucking idiot. You don't give a girl toys made of ice. You give them made out of cloth and leather. That's the kind of toys you give them, you fucking idiot. So basically, Santa's punishment is that the snowman is hanged for high treason. But it turns out, no, that's not how it ends either. Because this is a kid's movie. So the Santa's just like, hey man, here's this flute that you wanted. Sorry for kicking your ass out of the North Pole. Here's this flute. And then the snowman's like, hey, I'm gonna go home. Thank you, Santa, for the flute. And he's just like, oh no, it turns out I killed my own men. My own men melted and died. But fuck it, I'll just hitch a ride for Santa. After all, soldiers are always expendable. And so although that ends well, Santa, he tells a story about how he became allies with the snowman, and all's well that ends well. And they became peaceful. And then the snowman fucking kills Santa Claus. And that's the end of the story.